So it's 12:30 and I'm ready for my first meal of the day, and I am having soursop fruit. Soursop fruit, oh, it looks like a prehistoric fruit, but it's so good. It tastes like reminisces very strongly and very closely to a sweet green apple Jolly Rancher candy. It's amazing. It's so good. This fruit is in the Cherimoya family. And I've had this fruit several times before, but I can only get it off of Amazon.com, so it's a quite expensive fruit, but it is so good. But I'm gonna have probably this whole 1/2 for my meal here, okay? And I kind of just did a video on a ripe and ready video on this fruit, so I'm kind of doing 2 different videos at once here. Multitasking, right? That's awesome. But like I was saying, why in the world would you, well, when I did that ripe and ready video, is why in the world would you want to have a piddly widdly little Jolly Rancher candy that's basically a poison pill almost, when you can have a whole fruit and be full and satisfied till it's enough of that same flavor? And this is actually slightly creamy too. So good. Okay guys, so I finished my half of a soursop fruit. There's the seeds, there's the rind. That was just enough, and we saved the other half for later. Okay everybody, so it's 5:45 after work now, and I'm having an opal apple. Opal apples are really good. I'm not really a fan of apples. I really kind of like having apples in a green juice, but I've actually been feeling the apple vibes to actually eat them. So I really like opal apples too, next to Fuji, so because they're really sweet. But I'm eating an opal apple, and this is how dark it is outside. It's pitch black. It's actually been this way since around 3:30 or 4. We're approaching December 21st very quickly here, our darkest day of the year because of the winter solstice, and we have only got a couple hours of daylight. Literally, like only 2.5 to 3 hours of daylight now. Ooh, go to work when it's dark, go home when it's dark. So it's 6:30 right now, you guys, and I'm starting to make my dinner. So I'm gonna have my cheesy cinnamon sprout bowl with purple kale and actually with some cherry tomatoes. That's one thing, is with your favorite dressing or your raw vegan dressing, there's so many different combinations, like the salad bed that you can do. You can do, of course, sprout bowls, but spiralized zucchini, spiralized carrots, spiralized beets, spiralized cucumbers. You guys all know, especially all you raw foodies out there, you guys already know. But I love mixing it up with different types of kale, those deep leafy greens. But I really love the sprouts. So this is what I'm doing, is I'm going to put alfalfa sprouts. I got my sprouts are ready to go. So I got alfalfa sprouts, but I'm mainly going to put my mung beans in there. So we'll put that in the bowl. And then I'm gonna have some purple kale, chop some purple kale in that. And my cheesy cinnamon dressing is, I did a couple of videos on it already. You guys, I have a playlist for all my videos. I like a place for everything and everything in its place. You know, I like things organized, so I have a whole playlist for my recipes that's in my Make It Raw recipes playlist. But I'll just share this recipe with you guys again. And all it is no nutritional yeast. I am not a fan of using nutritional yeast. I want to keep it as raw as possible, of course, you know. And so I use corn. So I just took this is a super good dressing. I've been eating it for such a long time, but the kernels off of one corn cob. You want it raw. Make sure you don't use frozen corn. Don't use frozen corn. It's not going to taste the same. Use fresh raw corn. And I cut the kernels off, and then I highly recommend you use orange or yellow heirloom tomatoes, but I don't have those on hand, so I got to use up some yellow cherry tomatoes, so about 6 or 7 of those. 1 medium celery rib, and 2 large medjool dates, 2 large lemon wedges, a little slice of garlic if you want some garlic in there. You don't have to put it in there. And I love chili peppers, so some chili peppers gonna go in there because I like my stuffs kind of spicy, and I love the flavor of chili pepper too. It's just, that is a wonderful fruit. And chili peppers are a fruit. It's got seeds in it. It's just a spicy fruit. Spicy fruit. And then I'm gonna add leek onions, and I love leek onions. If you guys don't know about leek onions, you must get them in your life. They look like a green fan. They get really big too, and there's all different types of leeks out there too, leek onions. But it's a cross between chives and garlic, and it's super good. That's why I say you don't have to add garlic in this, because the leek onion kind of gives off a garlic flavor too. But I got some extra garlic I got to use up, and then I'm going to put a little bit of paprika in and a little bit of cinnamon to taste, and that's it. And actually, before, when I got home, I snacked on one large medjool date, so there's the pits to prove it. These 2 pits are for my dressing, and this was the pit from the medjool dates that I have here. And so I just snacked on one large medjool date there, and just to kind of, because I'm hungry. I gotta get some food in me. Okay guys, so I blended up my dressing. It looks mighty cheesy, doesn't it? I love this dressing. It's so good. And then this is my salad base. Like I said, I got my mung beans. I got kind of a half a container of mung beans in there, mung bean sprouts, and a whole level container of alfalfa sprouts put in there with some chopped up red, or it's known as red kale, but it looks purple, so I call it purple kale. And then I had some extra red cherry tomatoes I had to use up, so those went in there. But I'm also going to make like little kale wrap cups, so that's what I'm gonna keep these out so I can use that. Product, it's super good. I love this mix. I love sprout bowls. I don't know if you guys love sprout bowls, but I love sprouting mung beans and alfalfa sprouts. Oh, and this dressing I find is so darn good with chopped up tomatoes, but also just with mung bean sprouts and curly green kale. Oh man, it's a perfect combo. Here we go. I just love that crunch. Here's another really good way I love having my greens also. And of course, I think it's so important having variety, you guys, especially when it comes to greens. And that means the kale. This is purple kale, it's not green kale. Super good. But look at the colors. That's one thing about raw foods, is the vibrancy of colors. Oh, so pleasing to our eyes, right? I'm going to take one vitamin D3 capsule because I am up here in Alaska, you guys. I've lived here my entire life. I was born and raised here. And that's one thing I can tell you right now is, besides the deep freezing cold that it gets up here, the daylight is insane. In the summertime, we get never-ending sunlight. We get 24/7 of sunlight, but then in the wintertime, we get hardly any sunlight, and that's what I'm showing you guys in this vlog. Again today, a little snippet there, that we're in a time period where we're only got a couple hours of daylight, and the sun rays aren't even strong enough to provide adequate vitamin D, and there is no heat to that sunshine. So I most certainly take vitamin D. Okay everybody, so that's what I ate today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just remember to love being raw, you guys. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you guys, and I'll see you guys next video, okay? Bye guys.